Wow. Hello, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back with another special video, and I'm back and ready for you. Now, it's been a long time, it's been a while since I've done Wala Wednesday, and I'm back now. I'm mentally ready to be back. It's been a struggle, it's been tough for me for the last couple of months due to personal reasons, and it's been difficult because I've had to get my head around it. But you know, I've now started to get my head around it, and now I'm working on myself mentally and physically as well to be back, because Wala Wednesday is something that I miss, is something that I definitely need to continue. And obviously, like I said, if you've been watching me lately, I've just been posting little videos here and there, and I've also started CV talks as well, so make sure you check that out. And also, we're gonna be back on Wala Wednesday as well, so please bear with me, stay with me. I haven't stopped, and I'm gonna continue going. And like I said, I'm not a man of wisdom, but I'm a person that people give things to be able to share my knowledge, to be able to give my opinions. And like I always say, Wala and my opinions are not fact, so please just take it with a pinch of salt. And it's not everything I say you have to follow or you have to do. Take the ones that are useful to you, and the ones that are not useful to you, don't use them. But like I always say on Wala Wednesday, Wala tipoju, and which simply means Wala too much. Like they said, problem surplus for Theophilos or matano de taya matayas. So that just means there's always problems, and there's always going to be constant problems, trust me. No matter how tough you think you are, how strong you think you are, but just pray to God that you don't face problems that are bigger than your capacity, because there are serious problems in this world. So just always pray to God that God give me the problems that I can handle, because there are some problems that if you're not careful, man, they can mess you up. But no matter how tough the problem is, I'm sure you're gonna get through it. I'm sure I'm gonna get through it as well. Like I always say, let me give you some wisdom in Yoruba. So, aguton tota di meyin agbara lo lo mu wa. So that means a goat that stepped back is going to go and get more power. That's the literal translation of it, but that's not what it really means. It means sometimes when things are very difficult for you, you need to take a step back. You need to go back and re-strategize. You need to look at ways to overcome that problem. So sometimes when you're in a difficult situation, you don't have to show that you're powerful, you're strong. Sometimes by behaving like a coward shows that you're powerful, shows that you're strong. Because sometimes you need to behave like a coward to get through certain situations, because you can't just get through situations trying to prove that you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, you're this strong person, no. Sometimes you gotta behave like coward. Why? Because you have more to lose, and when you have more to lose, that's the time you need to behave more like a coward. You need to have more discipline. When you have less to lose, then it's like you just overreact and you don't stay calm. It's quite funny, because I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were having a conversation, and we were saying that, look, when you have more to lose, that's when you need to be more scared. That's when you need to have that more discipline, like I mentioned before. Because trust me, when you have nothing to lose, and let's say something happens, you ended up putting him in prison, that person that they put in prison, it might feel as if, they're even helping him out, because at least food will be covered, it will be in a safe place, and it won't be causing problems. But when you have more to lose, you think about your freedom, you think about your family, you think about so many things you want to do, you want to achieve. So is it really worth it? Because you want to show that you're powerful. So sometimes, like I said, you gotta behave like a coward. So that's why I said agunton is more like a goat or like a ram. Because normally when you have goats, what they normally do, they normally fight with each other, or they use them for fighting. He said agunton tota di meyin. So when a goat steps back, what he's looking for. Why does it step back? Before two goats clashes, the goat steps all the way back. Why? Because he's going to get more power. Because if he just stands still and just takes 1 meter to just nod or head the other goat, he's not going to generate enough power. But when he goes steps back, he's generating power. So that's what I said. Aguntotota di meyi, agbára ló lọ mú wá. Agbára means power. Power. Another one before I move on to the main part of Wala Wednesday is ẹni tó bá ń sùn kò ní sùn. Ẹni tó bá ń sùn kò ní sùn. Now Yoruba is a very beautiful language, but it's a language where the way you pronounce certain words, they're very similar, but it's the way you pronounce it that gives it a different meaning. So for example, it's similar to Arabic basically. Arabic, you could have kul. Kul on one part, depending on the alphabet you use, it means say. And depending if you use another alphabet, you say kul, it also means dog. Now with Yoruba too, entoban sun. Sun means when you're sleeping. Konisun, it means konisun means you won't move. Can you see? Sun. They're very similar, but depending on the way you pronounce them, they also mean different things. Entoban sun, konisun. So it means whoever is sleeping will not move. Now, like I said, these are the literal translation, but don't take these translations as literal. What he's trying to say is, if you are sleeping, you won't move. It means if you are sleeping, you're not going to be able to achieve things. You won't be able to do things. Because people that are sleeping, they're unproductive. So in order for you to be productive, you need to be up and you need to be active. So entoban sun, koni sun. So if you're sleeping, stop sleeping, my brother. Wake up and go and hustle, go and work, go and stop procrastinating, stop wasting your time just doing unproductive things. Get up and go and do things. So now I'm gonna leave it with those two, but before I finish, whilst I took a sabbatical for some time, whilst I was away, whilst I was out, I went to go and dig deep into myself, dig deep into a bit of research about me. And I went to go and speak to my mom actually. And what my mom actually said about me was quite interesting. She said, when I was younger, it took me a long time to walk. But when it came to talking, I was very sharp in talking. So maybe the reason why, because I wanted to understand why do people say I'm good at talking, or why do people say I like talking. So it seemed like this is inbuilt in me, is inherited. So it's something that I have to embrace. So my mom said I used to talk a lot. Even when I wasn't allowed out, I would be outside the window, I would be inside my house on the window talking. So they used to call me, they used to use a word, they used to call me Agbari. Agbari is a Yoruba word which means skull, but that's the literal meaning. Now Agbari is more, if you take out the literal word of Agbari, it means more brain. It means I was quite brainy. They used to call me computer brain. That's what my mom said to me. They used to call me computer brain because they said my brain was very sharp. And they said I wasn't able to walk for a while, but when it came to talking, when it came to using your brain, I was very sharp. And it's making sense now. Everything is making sense. It's really put together. But she said when I did start walking, I used to walk everywhere. I was walking everywhere. So obviously from young, they've always called me Agbari, which is my nickname, computer brain. So when I try to tie all these things together, it makes sense. because it now makes sense why I work the way I work, why my brain thinks a certain way, why do I talk a certain way. All of these things is now make sense. Maybe it's now inbuilt in me. It's something that I have to embrace, which obviously through my YouTube channel, through making these videos, I'm also embracing it and using it to impact people as well. Who knows? People through my videos might even learn how to speak Yoruba, might learn some words from Yoruba. So like I said, Entoban soon. If you're sleeping, you won't move. You won't be able to do things. Now, I'm going to leave that there. That's enough wisdom for you guys today. I will bring in more every time. And keep watching Wilder Wednesday, because I'm going to be back. I'm going to be start gathering more wireless for you. And slowly but surely, I'm going to keep on making these videos. And I'm going to be back. So let's go into today's Wahala. First Wahala for you. Like I said, I'm always going to do 3 Wahalas. That's enough. And I think I don't want to bore you with things. I'm sure very soon we're going to have Wahala every day. Because Wahala is every day. There is problems every day. But for now, let's just focus on 3 Wahalas. And we're going to keep it as Wahala Wednesday. So, first Wahala, it says, I was dating a girl. And this was a long distance relationship. I agreed to visit her as she couldn't travel. We've already agreed I will stay at hers for the duration of the trip. On my way there, she began to tell me stories that she would need to go to her cousin's place. When I got there, she made life so difficult and she ended leaving to her cousins. I was trapped in the flat and couldn't leave for 3 days as it was a student hostel. Plus, I didn't speak the language of the country, and if I leave, I won't be allowed back. Should I still be with her? Wow, this one, one of the problems. Wala you. Listen, this obviously this boils down to communication, of course, and also as well when you're going to another country, obviously arrangements needs to be made. If it's your partner and your partner knows, or the person who was dating at the time knows you're coming to visit them, I feel out of respect, out of courtesy for you, they should also give that time up to be able to, because if it's long distance relationship anyway, you're not going to see each other for a long distance. Long distance relationship, long distance. You're not going to see each other for a long distance for a long time. So within that timing you have to cherish that timing. You have to cherish the time you see each other. It's not the time when you now want to go and see them. They now decided, or their cousins now wants them to meet up. Then they now leave you, that's coming from another country. Before, nah. For me, I think that's a bit too much. I think they should have given you that period of time. And the fact that you were trapped in the hostel for 3 days as well. You couldn't leave. Wow, that is too much. That is too much. And if I was in your position, to be honest with you, what I probably would have done is made my ticket faster, my return ticket faster, and just leave, go back to my country. Should I still leave? Should I still be with her? Honestly, that's completely up to you. But these are signs in its own that I don't really think she values you that much, to be honest. She doesn't respect you that much, because if she does, she would give up that time up just for the sake of the time that you're coming from the other country. And if it's not something that is in her behavior and it's something that comes once in a while, then of course you can always give it a second chance. But if it's something that has been happening regularly, then I think you should reevaluate the relationship, because you don't want a situation where you're not going to see each other for a long time and she's not able to travel to you, and when you're making that effort to travel to her, the least you're expecting is for her to be there. And if she's leaving you in a place, in a country where you don't speak the language, then you need to evaluate the relationship. So number 2, I want to do my driver license, but I don't think I need a car right now. Should I do it? Someone asked me this actually, and I thought it was quite important to put it there. Now, the reason why I said it was quite important to put it there is because I just read the next scenario. That's why I'm laughing. So watch out for the next scenario anyway. So the reason why someone asked me, because obviously I've done my driving license, and if you haven't seen my driving license video, please go and check it out as well. When I was passing my driving license, it took a long time. It took me about 8 years to pass, and I'm gonna put the link of my driving license video in the description below, so make sure you check it out. Now, it took me a long time to pass, and why did it take me a long time to pass? Obviously many things happened. I was at uni, I didn't have enough money, I had a knee injury, plus also as well, one thing I realized as well, as a community, I'm going to talk about as a black community, we don't have foundations available for our children. So because we don't have that foundations available for our children, it makes things extra difficult. So I know other races, let's say white children for example, or white parents, sometimes they've already got things like car, house and all these things, and by 15, 16, 17 they're already putting their child in the car and they're teaching them how to drive. But us on the other hand, because we don't have the car, we don't have the foundations available, it makes it more difficult, because now we have to do those things ourselves. So when the guy asked me this question, I told him, I said, look, my advice to him is, even if he doesn't need a car right now, get the license out of the way, because the license is very, very tough. It can be tough. It's tough for some people. For some people it's easy, for some it's difficult. For me, it's tough. It was tough. The theory was easy, but even that was tough too, because it took me about 3 attempts to pass. And the practical too, I felt I was confident in driving, but I didn't pass till the 5th attempt. But itself is a long process in the terms of, it's going to cost you money, it's going to cost you time, it's going to cost you your energy, because you need to read, you need to learn things, you need to. So for me, if you can get it out of the way as soon as possible and you have the finances there, get it out of the way as soon as possible. I know people that are still trying to pass, that are still, trust me, when it became so difficult, I nearly looked at alternatives in passing. But obviously, thankfully, I passed the right way. But sometimes when people have spent so much money trying to pass their driving test, trying to pay for driving lessons, pay for this, and it becomes very frustrating, they start looking for alternatives. I'm not encouraging people to look for alternatives, because I never think that's the right way, but I felt that frustration, which is the reason why I wanted to also look for alternatives, until thankfully I was able to do it the right way. And I also encourage everybody to try and do it the right way. But my point is, if you can try and get it out of the way as quick as possible, please try and do it, because like I said, it costs a lot of things. And also as well, in terms of finances as well, is a big factor. The more older you are, the more things you have, more responsibilities. You need to pay for rent, pay for this, pay for so many things, and obviously that also reduces your money. Plus, if you have kids as well, that's also another big responsibilities. So for me, if you can get it out of the way as soon as possible, please do. That's just going to save you more time in the future. And also, once you've got it out of the way, then whenever you're ready to buy a car, then you can easily go and buy a car. And also as well, you'd have had the license with you. You don't even have to buy a car. You can also rent cars. There are lots of car clubs that you can rent if you want to drive to places. And also it will save you money as well, because owning the car itself is very expensive. The car I drive, I pay $250 on insurance, which is a lot. Like last year, I had someone crash my car, so obviously that's also increased my insurance, which is also another factor you have to pay. Also, the car itself is on a finance. I also pay about $250 for the car as well. So there's lots of expenses. There's petrol, there's car maintenance, there's so many things. So sometimes as well, if you can do without having a car, please do. But just have that license there, because that license there is effort. And for me, driving test is one of the most scariest tests I've done in my life. And I know some people, like I said, find it easy, but for me it was very scary. And I'm sure a lot of people face that anxiety too, because everybody wants to pass. So for me, if you can get out of the way, definitely get out of the way. Number 3, it says 2 people were dating. This one was the one I was laughing about. Oh god. I hope this makes you laugh as well, but it's sad, but hopefully it makes you laugh as well. 2 people were dating and they got left for work. Fortunately, he forgot something at home. So he had to come back home to come and pick up that thing. As he got near the door, he heard sounds. And when he heard sounds, he was hearing, oh God. As he was peeping, his girl, the person he was dating, was with another man. What should he do? Oh, like I said, this is funny but sad. This is sad because honestly, if it was me in that position, I don't know what I would do, but I can imagine the guy, like, for him to even peep, that must give him trauma, man. He can't even sleep anymore. He can't even trust the person he's with anymore, because where do you start from, man? Because maybe it was even God trying to help him out by him forgetting that thing at home, because if he never forgot it, he'll never know that the person was dating was with another person or bring another person. And this is the sad reality for some of these men in this generation. It's like you go to work, you go and hustle. Obviously, when you come back home, you want peace of mind. And then when you start to see things like these, you can't have peace of mind. There's no way you're gonna have peace of mind. Even if you're at work, you just, if you're not careful, women will frustrate you. If you're not careful, a man will frustrate you. So number one is, obviously, you need your peace of mind, regardless of the gender, whether man or woman. You need your peace of mind. You can't be in a situation where you don't have that trust. And when that trust is broken in a relationship, I'll be honest with you, it's very, very difficult. It's very, very difficult to reconcile. Very, very difficult. In this situation, this has given the guy trauma, to be honest, because now any other person he wants to date, he's going to be scared, because he might probably be thinking, is the same thing going to happen again? Is this what I'm going to have to go through? And even his mind will not be balanced anymore. So even if he sees his woman with another guy, flashback of what's happened before will be coming to his head. That level of insecurity will not even increase. If he was insecure before, now the level of insecurity will be times 100. And it's just sad, to be honest. It's just sad. Honestly, if I was in that position, personally, I like to stay calm in every position, in every situation. But obviously, sometimes it's not easy to stay calm in every situation. But I would suggest to him, please do try and stay calm as possible. And obviously, personally, the relationship is done, to be honest with you. For me personally, the relationship is done. You just everybody just find an amicable way and everybody go their way. And for me, I've always maintained this in my relationship, in my life, is that first of all, I like to be as honest as possible. If it's not working for me, it's better for me to sit down with my partner, tell her, look, it's not working. Or if it's not working for her, she should tell me it's not working. And both of us can say, you know what, we've tried our best, we've had a go, and everybody can leave in peace. Everybody can go their own separate ways without need for drama or stress. Obviously, it's not as easy as I'm saying it, because things are easier said than done. Things can be said easily in practice, in theory, but in practice it's very difficult. It's very difficult. But at least you can be honest with each other instead of going behind your partner's back and cheating and doing things. I don't encourage that at all. I rather, let's have an honest and open conversation. This is not working for us. Let's both find an amicable way, and let's all go with our way in peace. And if you really want to go with another person and you think I'm not good enough, no problem. That's absolutely fine. I wish you all the best. But doing this, I think that's just bad. That's just bad, and you've just scarred a guy for life, to be honest with you. And don't get me wrong, this could also be flipped as well, because there's some guys too that are also doing that have been caught as well, and that could also scar the girl for life too. So please, if you are in that position, or this is something you've been doing, or this is something just have a honest conversation with your partner, and it's just better you go with someone else rather than doing this at his back and then causing him dramas and scars for life. So that's my take on it. I've just got one more for you. I did say I'm going to do 3, but I did say let me put this one in as well. This one, to be honest with you, when this guy always tells me about this, I always crack up, man, because I always laugh, because first of all, he tells me in a funny way. That's number 1. Number 2, sometimes when problems are so much, sometimes you just have to laugh about them, because if you start contemplating on them too much, then you go into a state of depression. So sometimes it's just better to just laugh about them and just try and do better. So he says, I was doing an Amazon Flex job. So Amazon Flex is a job where you do your own car with Amazon and you deliver parcels. But I kept getting tickets. One week I got 4 tickets and couldn't pay on time as I went to Nigeria. By the time I came back, the money had doubled. I nearly cried. I get tickets almost every week with the job. Should I quit the job? Listen. This is just Wild Wednesday Pro Max, because first of all, he's got tickets, and now when you get tickets in London or in the UK, minimum of the tickets is about £65. If you pay in 14 days, in 2 weeks, it sticks to £65. But if you pay after the 2 weeks, the 14 days, it doubles to £130. So what's happened is he's got tickets and they've sent it to his house. Some tickets they send it to your house depending on what you did. Let's say, for example, if you skip a red light, for example, or on the camera it catches you that you've been speeding, those tickets they send it to your house. So what that happened is, obviously they've sent those tickets to his house. Some of them he's not able to see those tickets because he's traveled to Nigeria. Obviously he's gone to Nigeria for about a month or so. So by the time he's come back, remember, in 14 days it will be £65. So after 14 days he doubles. So by the time he comes back from his holiday, it's all doubled. The money has doubled, and he's now need to pay about 500 and something pounds, which is a lot. Now when he asked me about the job, one of the good thing about working with Amazon Flex, anybody is a very good side hustle job. Is a very good side hustle job that allows you to be flexible. The pay is okay, but reason why I like the job is because it's very flexible. I can fit in my own schedule. I don't have to worry about it. And another thing as well is like you're your own boss because you're self-employed. But the bad things about it is you can get a lot of parking tickets, and when you do get parking tickets, in 2 hours work you get about £30. If you get parking ticket, which is £65, it's as if you just work for free basically. So obviously if you keep getting tickets, the money you're making and the tickets you're paying is not going to be worth it. In his position, he says he gets tickets like almost every week, which means he's always losing money. He's probably lost more money than he made money in the Amazon job. For me, I think my advice to him is, look, I think the job might not be for you. Look for another job, because if you keep getting tickets like these, nah, it's too much. It's too much. But also as well, there are some measures too you could also take. Sometimes it comes down to luck too, because sometimes you can take measures and still you need a bit of luck. Now the reason why I'm saying that, so one of the measures I would recommend for him is have a note in front of your dashboard to say, look, I'm an Amazon delivery driver, I'm delivering a parcel, please give me 5 to 10 minutes to deliver. Because legally you do have about 5 to 10 minutes to deliver if you're delivering a parcel, which a lot of people don't know the rules and regulations in the UK. Second part as well is you need to know the rules and regulations in the UK. That's very, very important. The reason why I'm saying that is there are some certain places you can't park or you can't go to, that if you do, you instantly get a ticket. So if you park on a red line, you instantly get a ticket. If you park on a double yellow line, you also get a ticket. Some certain roads, due to the roads being for like school children, you can't pass through them at a certain time. So if you're not using the correct map, I normally use Waze map because he avoids those type of roads. But if you're using things such as the Amazon map app or Google Maps, sometimes it just takes you through those roads and you don't even know. If you're not looking properly, you won't know. So these are measures that you can take. But knowing the rules and regulations of the driving in the UK is very, very important, because that also reduces the amount of tickets you get. Now, whether you like it or not, you will be paying fines in the UK, because UK is designed, especially London, if you live in London, is designed for you to pay ticket fines, to pay fines in general. Whether ticket fines, whether you will pay fines in general, in somehow. So obviously these are measures you can take. But I think in his position, I think what they've done is they've targeted his car. They've written down his number plate. So the minute he lands in the location to deliver, I think one of them is called on his boss like, yo, we've got that car. Yo, he's here. They've given him tickets, because these tickets, guys, have become too smart now. Some are even waking up early to clean out cars and give cars ticket. Some are just on motorbikes now. Some have informants that they've positioned around different places to tell them that, look, a car is parked in the wrong place. So you have to be careful, because if not, you're just going to be working for free. Already with the tax system in the UK, you're already losing money anyway. So you don't want to start being in a position where you're losing more money. So for me, I think if he keeps getting ticket at this rate, he's becoming like Usain Bolt of tickets. So if he keeps getting tickets the way he keeps getting ticket, personally I'll say to him, look, just quit the job, man. Just quit the job and look for something else. I know the guy personally, so I'm going to share the video with him as well, so he knows what I'm talking about. But I'll share the video with him. Personally, he does an IT job, and he's well paid in that job. He's very well paid. But obviously he also does this Amazon Flex job as well, because he also increases his income. And I know that he's got lots of things as well. He's a family man, so obviously he needs more money. But I think something related to IT, maybe drop shipping, maybe something online, might be more beneficial for him, because if not, you're just, every money you make, you're just going to be using it to pay off your tickets. And what's the point of working? So listen, it's your boy Mr. CV. I'm back again. I know it's been a while, it's been tough, it's been difficult, but I'm now back, and hopefully I'm going to gather some more problems for you. While Wednesday is back, keep supporting your boy Mr. CV, keep supporting the brand. Mr. CV has become a brand now. I'm expanding, I'm growing, I'm still developing, I'm in the grassroots level. And last one, which I forgot, this is the bonus part. I'm going to give you this bonus wisdom. It says, even if your back is on the ground, that doesn't mean that should be your background. Hey! Even if your back is on the ground, that should not define you and become your background. Wow. Listen, I'm going to leave you with that. It's your boy Mr. CV. Whatever you're passing through, just keep smiling. Whatever you're passing through, whatever you're going through, keep saying Alhamdulillah. That's what we say as a Muslim. Alhamdulillah just means I'm thankful, I'm grateful. Because when you think about your position, wherever you're in, other people are in a worse position than you. So whatever it is, just keep smiling, keep smiling, keep your head up. Don't let it be the where you are at this moment. Just know that it's gonna all come to pass. It's gonna make you more stronger as well. It's your boy Mr. CV. Have a fantastic day, and wherever you are, keep watching, keep subscribing, keep liking, and keep following your boy Mr. CV. Take care.